Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to any new viewers. This is a reading for Gemini, my beautiful Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. Gemini, let's see what's going on for the rest of January. January 2023. This is your sort of monthly check-in. I'm going to look at a few different areas of your life or whatever messages decide to come through. Gemini, let's see what's going on here. Let's see who is surrounding you, what your current energy is, what you're dealing with, any outcome to those situations that you're dealing with. Let's see what we've got here. Gemini, oh my goodness. Okay, this is going to be an interesting, it's going to be an interesting month. You are really having to make a decision on something, okay? Now, I'm seeing here, and I will clarify in a moment, I will pull some more cards, but just right off the bat, I'm seeing that you may be making a little bit of a decision about something that you can't ignore anymore, right? Something that's becoming a problem here. With the Tower, it could literally be your living situation. Like there's something about the living situation or the home or the type of place you're living or where you're living or the person you're living with. There is something about it that is coming to a boiling point, and it's like time to make a decision on what to do. Now, someone could actually be pushing you to make a decision and you're just not sure, right? With the Two of Swords here, we're going to try and get some more information on what this is, but basically there's something that you have, I hate to say it, but there's something that you have been putting off. There's something that you have potentially been not wanting to face, and it's like come to a head, or it's going to come to a head very soon. You can't not face it anymore. You still may not really know what decision you need to make, but it's going to be like decision making time. I feel like someone is also going to be having a conversation with you that's potentially going to give you an ultimatum, or potentially going to be like, hey, I can't do this anymore. Like if this doesn't change, I'm going to have to, you know, make some drastic changes myself or move on myself. So yeah, there's a lot of feeling of needing to make a big change, and that's either, I think it's coming more from another person because you're just not wanting to face it at this moment in time. You don't feel ready to. Someone else is really wanting to move to a situation where they feel more balanced. So you could be dealing with a partner who just wants to change something significant about the relationship. It could even be to change the like they may want to make like a commitment formal. They may want to move in together. They may want to get married. They may want to make things more serious. They may just want to get to a place where, let's say, for example, you two have been having disagreements or arguing, and they're just really not happy with that, and they want that to stop. So something for this person is not working. It could even be something or someone that you work with, for example, a person that has in the past been very helpful to you at work, and now all of a sudden you're finding out this information that actually, you know, they're not as happy as what you thought. They're wanting to make a change. Maybe you did know something about it, but you weren't taking it as seriously. So someone may be leaving or wanting to leave your place of work, or make some kind of a big change there, or they want to change the relationship dynamic between the both of you. So there's a few things going on there, but it's going to be time to face it and make this kind of big decision or choice. Some of you could be deciding whether or not it's time to move on actually from either a relationship, or it could be a relationship at work, or even your employment at a particular company, or your, you know, business partnership. Some of you may be deciding, okay, is it now time? Like, has this relationship or has this situation run its course? Have I gotten what I, you know, needed to get out of this, and is it now time for me to move on? So some of you could be having that kind of thought process as well. Some of you may also be trying to make a very tough decision to invest in something, to purchase something really, really expensive, like, you know, a house, or like something that is of large value for you. Some of you could be deciding on what to do with this money that you've saved or with what you've done so far. And you're really worried because you don't want to avoid a disaster, or you don't want to make the wrong choice. But what this is kind of suggesting, or what this reading is saying, and of course, I'm never going to give, you know, financial advice to someone over a reading, you know, that this is something that does take a lot of thought. But what I'm seeing here from the cards is that you are going to have to make a decision on what to do with it very, very soon, on where to put your money, on how to spend, on where to invest. You're going to have to make a choice. You're going to realize that if you don't, the consequences are going to be bad either way. You know, if you don't, of course, it's going to be taking a risk, but for some reason, not acting and not taking a risk is also going to leave you worse off, and you're going to perhaps miss out on an opportunity that you'll never get again, just as an example, right? So there's a lot of big decisions being made at the moment that you're thinking about, right? Lots of big decisions. And I am seeing that there is this influence of another person as well. So someone else is also driving this change and kind of forcing the issue. You probably could have gone a little bit longer without making a decision, but they're kind of forcing the issue for you, or making you realize why it's important to make this choice right now. Lots of swords around you, yeah. So lots and lots of mental process going on, mental thinking about this, Gemini. You're going back and forth a lot of times. You're doing a lot of research. You may even be you're going back and forth between what's right and what feels comfortable, actually. You're feeling uncomfortable about making this decision for some reason, but on the other hand, you feel like it's the right thing to do. So this is the like, on one hand, your stress or anxieties about it are winning and preventing you from making a decision. On the other hand, you know that you need to. Yeah, it could have something to do with literally money. It could have something to do with work. It could have something to do with setting yourself up for the future and making a decision that's actually, you know, it's the right thing to do and it's the practical thing to do. But for some reason, there's just something holding you back. You perhaps don't feel like you have enough information, and you just don't want to make a mistake, because this is important. This is an important one. Someone is wanting more fairness for them. Okay, so if this has to do with someone that you work with, someone is not feeling like, someone is not actually feeling like they've been treated fairly, okay? And you may have kind of felt that this person felt that way, but perhaps you didn't say enough about it, or you didn't do enough about it. Maybe it wasn't your place to say anything about it, right? But there was something you could see. It's almost like a bit of an injustice in how someone was being treated or what they were being paid, that kind of thing. Someone could actually be just deciding to move on. So you may get the news that someone is leaving your workplace, or someone is, if you're in like a partnership with someone, someone is not feeling happy anymore, like they're getting the right end of the deal, and they may tell you they want to leave. But I don't see a big fight. I don't see a lawsuit or anything like that. If anything, I feel like if you've been involved in anything like this, you haven't done anything wrong. Certainly you haven't done anything like wrong from a legal perspective or from a contractual perspective. The contracts are all in place, but someone may just be deciding to leave. Someone, if this is a romantic relationship, someone is again, it's like a time where both of you are making decisions about where you want this to go. your partner, if this is a romantic relationship, is not feeling like they have been maybe treated fairly either. They want more balance. They want to make sure that everyone is getting what they want and no one is feeling like they're sacrificing everything for the other person. They're also making a decision about where to put money. You may both be deciding about investing in something together, building wealth together, perhaps combining wealth. So it could actually be like some sort of marriage or decision to invest in something together that is happening here. But again, it's just taking a lot of thought on both sides. It's just that it's coming to a head now. We can't wait anymore. Someone is around you who wants to really build with you, okay? They see that there's benefit in doing things together rather than on your own. But it's like, to do that, you need to decide. It needs to be a commitment. And so that is perhaps what is taking a bit of time, because it's a big commitment. Okay, part of you, part of you, you know, is just used to being very independent. Is used to going your own way, doing what you want, not allowing anyone else to kind of dictate your life. Really just thinking very, very long and hard about yourself and what you want. And there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. But now you realize, it's like you're realizing there needs to be a shift because of this other person that you need to take into consideration. And so, yeah, and we got the Ten of Pentacles here. A couple different stories coming through, right? For some of you, this could be to do with some kind of family inheritance, some kind of will situation that is being discussed with other people. There could be someone, for example, in the family who, if this is to do with an inheritance, let's say, someone in the family who is wanting to take more than what they deserve, or wanting to do things in a way that only benefits them, unfortunately. So that is becoming a little bit of a problem, and that's, you're kind of seeing someone in a new light, and you're kind of having to think about things, discuss things, make decisions, set things up that quite honestly you didn't want to face. You didn't want to face because it's hard, it's difficult, there's other people involved, everyone has different wants and needs, and it's also emotional, right? It's an emotional situation when you broach this topic of inheritance and that kind of thing. So could have something to do with family business as well, and working with the family, having to now break away for some reason, or someone wanting to break away from a family business or that family dynamic. And again, it's just challenging. It's just challenging to face this for many, many reasons, but you have to face it. You may even be helping or deciding to help other family members who are going through this kind of issue. So there's a lot of questions at the moment about what to do. For some of you who this relates to, there's a lot of questions about what to do with family inheritance, with a family business, or with the dynamic, even if it doesn't affect you directly. It could be your parents or grandparents or, you know, aunts, uncles, cousins, something. And for some reason you have been involved. You've tried not to get involved maybe, or you don't want to know, but somehow you've gotten involved, and you've realized that you kind of need to help someone out here in some way, even just with providing advice or helping, being like the rational person in the situation. I'm seeing that on the one hand, you want to fight for what you have. You're feeling very defensive. On the other hand, you just want peace. You just really want peace. And that, at the end of the day, is going to somehow win out. And I'm actually seeing that if this is a complex issue involving, you know, family members, involving money, involving potentially a work partnership or something of that nature, what will win out is actually you being patient and you being on the right side of the law as well. You know, just not that I'm saying you've done this, but just be careful to do everything above board. I think you have. I don't think that you have done anything that could be used against you, but that's what's going to help you win out in the end. The fact that you've been the voice of reason, patience, you want to achieve peace at the end of the day, peace and happiness, and you don't want to destroy relationships. And there could be other people around you who want to do that, not want to do that, but they're willing to do that to get what they want. They're willing to fight a battle that is potentially going to destroy relationships or family relationships or work relationships, even though, you know, at the end of the day, is it worth it? Well, for this person, they could be a little bit greedy, a little bit defensive. And so it is going to win out for them at the end of the day. So you will, I see you having the patience and the foresight to deal with this kind of situation if it comes up, right? I do. So even though Gemini, a decision has to be made, I do think that you will make the right call. You're going to make the right judgment call on this. Let's just see if we can get a little bit more out here. I think you have helpful people in your corner as well. There are some helpful people giving you advice or helping you when you need it. Yeah, look at that. We've got the Empress again. So, for some of you, this is going to mean making a decision to start something new, right? To go off in a new direction. Some of you may be breaking away from what you know. You could be breaking away from your current place of employment, a family business. You could be starting something new creatively. You could be deciding to invest in something that you feel passionate about, for example, right? And it may be, again, quite different to what you've done before, but I'm only seeing abundance and success come from that. So this could be also a very important time, as I said earlier, about where to invest your money, about what to commit to. If you're committing to a person as well, or you're deciding to build something together or invest in something together, it could be making a decision to do that. Once you feel comfortable doing that, I'm only seeing a lot of success there. So I'm seeing an increase in wealth and money. So you will, whatever you are deciding to invest in, it has the potential to make you sort of better off financially, I guess you could say. So sometimes, you know, a situation that we thought we could rely on, that has been something that we've lived with for a long time, or it's been all that we've known for many years, or it has something even tied with family, right? Sometimes it is time to break away from that and start something new and venture out on our own. And this is what I see potentially happening here. And when you make this decision, there's going to be this new spark of passion and a new kind of lease on life. And I think you'll realize that even though this is tricky at the moment, there is a plan here. Okay, there's a destined plan, the universe, whatever you want to say. It will all work out in the end, and you'll realize that you had to kind of make this huge change, or this difficult decision or change had to happen, because otherwise you wouldn't have this new opportunity, which leads to a lot more abundance and happiness. I'm going to leave it there, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video.